Aloha! Welcome to our Prenatal Sacral Chakra Flow. Have 2 blocks, a bolster, and a blanket off to the side for later. Come to a wide-legged stance and bring your hands to your hips while gently bending the knees. Begin to make hip circles in one direction. Make them as wide or as small as you'd like. Try to have fun with it, even if you feel silly. Movement in the hips is excellent for you and your baby. You can begin to circle the other direction. Svadhisthana, or the sacral chakra, is associated with the water element. Today's class will incorporate fluid movements and movements that get you into your senses and your feelings. Make one last hip circle and then come to stand and begin to shrug your shoulders up towards your ears and down your back, making big circles with your shoulders, opening the heart center, and then take it the opposite direction. Come back to a regular stance and then put a deep bend into your knees. Bring your hands onto your thighs and begin to find these exaggerated cat and cow movements while you stand. So on an inhale, pull your heart forward, and on an exhale, draw your belly towards your back gently. Inhale, heart forward, and exhale, round the spine. You can close the eyes if you want to feel into your body a little bit more. If you're feeling wobbly, you can always come to a wall and do these movements. With your breath, inhaling forward and exhaling back. Feel as though there's a water-like quality to your movements. And then rise to stand. Roll the shoulders down the back, flip the palms open, and take a nice deep breath in and out. Come to a wide-legged stance at the top of your mat. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, and exhale, forward fold all the way down over the legs. Inhale, find half lift, and exhale, melt the chest down. Inhale, rise to stand, and exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, sweeping the arms up, and exhale, forward fold all the way down. You can bring your hands to blocks for more length and support. Inhale, draw the chest forward halfway. Exhale, release the head back down. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. Again, inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, like a wave, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, melt. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. Step your right foot to the top of your mat and your left foot back behind you at about a 45-degree angle. Draw the chest forward as you bend into your right knee and extend the arms up for Warrior One. If there's any tightness in your low back, take your stance as wide as you need to. And then you're welcome to draw your left hand to your belly for additional support. Find a nice, soft gaze. Feel the breath as it moves in and out of your body. Take this time to connect to your baby, to literally connect to your sacral chakra. Then begin to straighten your right leg and bring your feet closer together at the center of your mat to set up for Vrikshasana, tree pose. Shift your weight into your left leg, bend into your right knee, and you can bring the sole of your foot against either your ankle, your shin, or all the way up into your left thigh. Use a wall for additional stability by placing your hands or your back against the wall. It helps a lot to press your foot into your leg and your leg into your foot. If you're feeling balanced, you might choose to reach your arms up towards the sky. And feel rooted through your standing leg, while at the same time lifted through your heart center. Take another breath in and out, and draw the hands back to prayer if you've reached them up, and release your right foot down. Come back to stand at the top of your mat. Release your hands down to the earth, and step your left foot back behind you, lowering your left knee down to the mat. You can pad the knee with a blanket here. And for more support, you can keep your back toes tucked. If you need more space for your belly, take your right foot over to the right, and you can bring both hands onto blocks to the inside of that right leg. Find a nice tall spine. Gently draw the heart forward. And come back to the breath. From here, bring one block to the outside of your right leg. Begin to straighten your right leg and peel your right toes up and off of the mat as you draw your hips back. Inhale and come back to your lunge. Exhale and peel the toes off the mat as you straighten the right leg and draw the hips back. Like water, inhale and fluidly coming back on your exhale. Again, inhaling forward and exhaling to stretch out the hamstrings. Last time, inhale. Exhale, draw the hips back, straighten the right leg. Inhale, come back to your lunge. Move the blocks off to the side. Plant your palms, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee up, and then start to turn towards the middle of your mat, bringing your right toes parallel to your left toes. Find length, lifting the heart up halfway, and then exhale as you fold forward. You do have the option to bring your hands to blocks again for yogis in their third trimester, or who just want additional support. Crawl your hands back out in front of you, and then turn your left toes forward. Seal your right foot back behind you, put a bend into your left knee, and rise for warrior one on the other side. Square the heart forward, and bring your right hand to the low belly for support. Even though we're holding the pose, can you find that water quality in the breath? That fluidity, that feeling of movement. One more breath. Begin to straighten through your left leg and heel toe your feet together to prepare for tree pose on the other side. Shift your weight into your right standing leg. Bend into your left knee and place the sole of your foot in the same spot that you did on the other side. Ground down through your right foot and leg. Find lightness and lift through your heart center. And if you chose to float the arms up on the other side, you might choose to do that here as well. Take another breath in and out, and release the hands to prayer. Release your left leg down to the earth, and find your blocks. Bring your blocks to the top of your mat. Step your left foot to the top of your mat and your right foot back behind you. You can pad the knee again for more support. And take the legs as wide as you need to find comfort and space for your belly. In your lunge, try to find lift through your heart and stillness through your mind. Then shift your block to the outside of your left leg. And as you exhale, straighten through your left leg, draw your hips back, and peel your toes up and off of the mat. Inhale forward to your lunge. Exhale back into your hamstring stretch. Inhaling forward and exhaling back. Like the ocean, inhaling forward, exhaling back. Again, inhale, pull that heart space forward. Exhale, soften. Inhale back to your lunge, tuck your back toes, lift your knee up, and start to crawl towards the middle of your mat, turning your toes slightly inward. Hands may be on blocks if you need. And fold forward gently. And walk your hands back in front of you, heel-toe your feet together, and make your way to a comfortable seat. Get those boobies in check, and then bring your feet together on your mat with your knees out towards the side. For more support, bring one block underneath each knee. And maybe come to sit up on a blanket or a bolster to find a nice tall spine and reduce the weight of the belly pulling you forward. Itch your eye, and then draw your hands to your ankles, and we'll begin to take circles in one direction with the heart space. If you're in your third trimester, or if you are showing a lot more than I am, these circles might be a little bit more muted, a little less exaggerated. Just get into this fluid movement of rocking the pelvis back and forth. You can switch directions if you haven't already. Take a few more rounds. And then come back to your butterfly pose. And you can walk the hands gently forward and drop the head as much as it feels comfortable, making sure you have enough space for your belly. Tune inward. This space, the sacral chakra, is our center of creation, where you quite literally created a human being. It is so sacred and so powerful. Keeping it in balance helps make for a much healthier pregnancy. You can slowly begin to make your way out of this pose by lifting the heart back up. You can remove the blocks off to the side and grab your bolster. Now I'm sitting up on a blanket. Some of you might want to sit up on a block or come up onto a couple of blankets or come up onto your bolster. Then bring your legs out to a wide straddle. Try to keep the toes pointing up, as some of us have a tendency to let our toes go forward or backwards. And then from here, you can crawl the hands forward as much as you need to, or place the hands onto blocks. If you want to come into a bit more of a restorative variation, you can stack your blocks as I have, bring your bolster on top of your blocks, and lay your chest down over your bolster. If you need to create more space for your belly, just push your bolster up a little bit higher onto your blocks to create an opening for your belly to rest comfortably. Then start to surrender. Start to let your body ease into the position. If your head is turned to one side, you might choose to turn it to the other side. stay connected to your breath. And slowly begin to press yourself up and move your props off to the side. But continue to sit up on a blanket or bolster. Bring your hands to the outsides of your legs and draw them to center. Keep your right leg extended, bend into your left knee, and draw the sole of your left foot against your right thigh. Or, if you have the space, you can bring your left leg on top of your right leg so that the knees are in line with each other. Flex gently through your left foot. And then you can crawl the hands forward and drop the head to whatever degree feels comfortable, which might be none at all. If this feels too intense, come out of the pose at any time. One more full breath in and out. And then slowly start to crawl the hands back and lift the heart back up if you folded forward. Move slowly and help guide your left leg up and off of your right leg. Then extend your left leg forward and either bring the sole of the right foot against the inside of your left thigh or lift your right knee up and over top of your left knee and gently flex through your right foot. Crawl the hands forward as much as it feels comfortable. And do your best to be okay with feeling a completely different sensation on this side of the body. Move through that with your inhales and with your exhales. Let any feelings or emotions rise to the surface and move with your breath. And slowly start to rise back up and guide your right knee up and off of your left leg. And you can shake and wiggle your legs out. Come up and off of your blanket and prepare for Shavasana. Yogis in your first trimester, you can take Shavasana on your back. Yogis in second and third trimester will come to a side-lying Shavasana. You can make yourself more comfortable by placing a blanket underneath your head and a bolster between your knees. Then close the eyes. Start to drop in to this resting pose. You're welcome to stay here for as long as you need. If you're ready to come out Invite some small movements back into the body. Deepen the breath. And when you're ready, begin to press yourself up and out of your Shavasana, moving slow. You can come to a seat. Place your hands with your palms up onto your legs for receiving. And just feel the effects of the practice. Draw your hands to your belly and thank your baby for practicing with you today. Draw your hands to your heart in gratitude for showing up to your mat. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste.